Yes, people, or what is going on YouTube? I'm back with another video. So here in the UK, winter is officially over and the clocks have just recently changed. So that means we should have lighter, brighter, and hopefully warmer days soon. So I've got some solid fragrance recommendations here at all different budgets. So there's something for everyone that you should maybe consider picking up this spring and summer. So stay tuned. And as I always say, you can wear whatever fragrance you want any time of the year. It does not matter. It's all personal preference. If you want to wear Ombre Nomad on the hottest day of the year, you do that. It's fine. But if you want to stick to a more little kind of rule book of fresher, more lighter, airy citrus fragrances for summer, then I've got you. And the first fragrance up, I don't think will be any surprise to you guys. It has to be from Goldfield Banks, this one right here, which is called Ingenious Ginger. And look how much I have left in the bottle. I am running through this like there's no tomorrow. And for me with this fragrance, this is not one I just wear for summer. I wear this all year round, hence the dent in the bottle. But for summer, this is going to come in clutch. I know they've called this fragrance Ingenious Ginger, but this should have definitely been called Genius Ginger because the way they've crafted these notes together is nothing short of amazing. In this, let me just spray in the air quickly, man. What you pick up is citrus sweetness in the opening. Obviously, you've got the ginger in there giving you them slight little spices in there. You've got a nice little powderiness in there. There's some florals in the mid that makes it even more cozy and kind of airy as well. And then in the base, you've got some musk, you've got some amber. And I'm not sure if there's vanilla in this, but it gets a little bit sweet. And yeah, man, for me, this is absolutely incredible. And the best thing about this fragrance is the price to the performance, because you pay £140 or less for 100 ml of this. You can get loads of designers on the market now for around the same price, but they're not going to perform as well as this. And loads of people that I speak to have got this. They said, I thank you for putting me onto this. Every time I wear this, I get compliments. I get a lot of compliments with it as well. And they say this projects so well and lasts so long on skin. So yeah, man, loads of people have verified this one. And I'm telling you that this one's sick. And the next fragrance on this list is from Ex Nihilo, and this one is called Blue Talisman. So this is getting a lot of heat and a lot of traction in the fragrance community right now, and for good reason. It is absolutely stunning, and I might have to take a little bit of the credit for it because I've been talking about this one for, I think, 8 or 9 months now. I've been speaking about it since August. I managed to pick this up in Paris in the Ex Nihilo boutique before this was even released here in the UK. So I was one of the first to have this one, and yeah, man, I have loved it since I've got it. So when I sampled this one in the store, I was like, oh, it's going to be a fresh fragrance. It's going to be standard. I done 2 sprays on my hand. Then I walked around the corner to Javoy, Paris, and was trying loads and loads of fragrances. And I was in there for maybe like 2 or 3 hours. After that, all I could still smell on my hand was this. And that was a sign. I had to go back and cop it straight away. And whenever I speak about this fragrance, I always say the same thing. It is so simple, yet so complex at the same time. You do get citruses in there. I think there's pear and maybe bergamot in there. Then you also pick up a nice spiciness. As soon as I put it to my nose, you pick up like a black pepper or a pink pepper. Then in the base, you get a muskiness and a slight woodsy feel to the fragrance as well, which it doesn't make it seem like it's going to be a great summer fragrance. It makes it seem like it's going to be deep, dense and rich, maybe more suited for winter. But I'm telling you, on skin, this is a beast mode. This gets me 12 plus hours easily. Projection on this is absolutely fantastic. And this was actually my most complimented fragrance 2023. So yeah, man, if you've got the budget for this one, it is £260 for 100 ml, which is a little bit steep and not many people can afford it. But if you can, and you're looking for something that's a little bit different to the rest that's on the market, definitely try Blue Talisman and let me know. And yeah, man, I'm glad it's getting a lot of hype in the community right now. And next up, I'm not going to spend too long on this fragrance because loads of people have dropped videos on this one. I don't want to waste your time, but it is Jean Paul Gaultier Le Beau Paradise Garden. The bottle's sick, man. All of the Jean Paul Gaultier bottles are sick. And my favourite from the Le Beau line is Le Parfum. But if you're looking for something for spring and summer, then I would definitely go for this one. Atomizer's Fire as well. And what you instantly get is a salty coconut scent that's a little bit green. It's a little bit herbal. It's still got that fresh marine aquaticness to the scent as well. But it's got a little sweetness to it, which I like. Do I think this is the best summer fragrance on the market right now? Definitely not. But do I think this is worth it? 100%, man. I picked this fragrance up for, I think it was £100 for 125 ml, which is not bad at all compared to a lot of designer fragrance prices at the moment. And yeah, man, in terms of longevity, projection on this scent, you're going to get the easy 8 hours. Projection's going to be good. It's non-offensive and it does the job, man. So yeah, man, that's Le Beau Paradise Garden. And now this next fragrance could actually be one of my favorite summer fragrances of all time. It is very, very luxurious, so be prepared. This one is from Rochas Parfums and it's called Burlington 1819. This is a gorgeous bottle. Look at the cap on it as well. Crazy. And in this fragrance, you have a whole bunch of citruses. You got lime. I think you even got mandarin in there as well. But the key player that I get throughout the whole fragrance's life is the note of mint. And that's why with the citruses and the mint, it gives it that kind of mojito feel to it, which I love. And look at the atomizer on that. That is just crazy. And now the best thing about this fragrance is how it develops on your skin. So I explained how it opens up with that kind of tangy citrus and the mint in there. But in the dry down, you get some sweetness, which I think comes from some cinnamon. I think there's also musk and even tobacco in a fragrance. Tobacco in a summer fragrance. I don't know how it works, but it does. And this is actually one of the first fragrances that a company actually sent me out in PR. So I am gassed because I don't know if I ever would have bought or experienced this fragrance on my skin properly, because this is in like £300 plus. So this is only if you've got bread, you should be buying this fragrance. But don't worry, I'm going to give you some cheaper ones in a second. But yeah, Rochas Berling Skin 1819, the epitome of luxury and one of the best summer fragrances on the market, period. And the next fragrance is very similar to the first one, which was Ingenious Ginger. This is a dupe of Ingenious Ginger, I would say, and Bulgari Tiger. It is from Afnan, and this one is called Trafi Blue. There it is there. Used quite a bit of it already as well. And the bottle's all right, nothing too special. Doesn't look great. The cap's kind of weighty as well. Let's give it a couple sprays there. Atomizer is nice. And it is very similar to Ingenious Ginger. It's obviously got the citruses, it's got the ginger kick in there, some spices as well. But then you get the kind of ambery and powdery base. They literally smell like 90% similar. So if you want to save some money and not spend £140 for 100 ml, you can spend £30 or less for 90 ml of this. And in terms of the smell, it does smell a little bit synthetic in the opening to me, but with a citrus fragrance, to me, it's all right, man. And in terms of performance, obviously you're not going to get what you get with Ingenious Ginger, being a £140 fragrance, getting 8, 9, 10 hours. But on my skin, I get a comfortable 7 hours with this, and projection is actually not too bad. I had loads of people hitting me up saying, you need to try this dupe, this one's sick. And I was like, oh, you know what, is it another one that people are just talking about too much and gassing it up? But I was actually surprised with it. Sprayed it on skin, had a shower, was still on me after. So I think loads of people probably got this in their collection already. But if you don't, try Trafi Blue. And the next fragrance on this list is LFA Zanzabar, not the OG. This is Zanzabar. There's the blue bottle there. And I'm never sure with these things that they put on top, because that's not straight to me. And that's kind of doing my head in. I want it turned to the side, but forget about that. It's all about the smell. And this fragrance here is the most different to the ones that I've just explained, that I'm going to explain, where they're all citrus, fresh, airy, green, lighter fragrances. This is a sweeter scent. And now when you guys first smell this fragrance, what you're going to pick up, or what I pick up anyway, is you pick up iris and coconut instantly. So you got florals with coconut. I think in this they've put coconut water. But then as it dries down further, it turns into a nice salty kind of floral, sweet, creamy vanilla scent. And you're probably thinking, that doesn't really sound like a summer fragrance to me. But trust me, you need to wear this on skin. It just feels like a trip abroad after you put on like sun cream and stuff, and then you've gone into the water or the ocean, and then you've come out and you're laying on the sand. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of a nice holiday. And in terms of longevity, I just did a road testing video on my TikTok, so go and watch that if you haven't seen it already. But I got 8 hours plus, and projection for this fragrance was actually good. I was expecting probably maybe like 6, maybe 7 hours if I'm lucky, but I got 8 hours plus. Projection was good, so I can't complain. So as soon as you guys can try this, definitely sample it, and I guarantee loads of you will cop it. And next up on the list, I haven't got one, I've got 2 fragrances. So first up, I've got Marabou Ganade, which this one right here is a 30 ml, and this one costs £90. I think you can also get the 100 ml, which costs maybe £2.50 if I'm not mistaken. And then we have got Stallion by Zamaya, which is a clone of Marabou Ganade, and this one is 100 ml and will set you back like £30 or less. And if you haven't tried Ganade by Marabou before, this one opens up with like the juiciest blood orange in a fragrance you will ever smell. It's very punchy, and then I think it's paired with Chinese osmanthus, which I think it gives it like a fruity, sweeter feel. Then as it dries down, you get a little bit of musk, and then you get some leather, which I don't think is in there, but that's what I pick up. It's got that dry leather suedeness to the scent, which I do enjoy. And I've had this fragrance now for over a year, and it's only 30 ml, and I've still got that much juice in it. When you wear this fragrance, you do not need to wear a lot of it at all. I think 3 to 4 sprays is more than enough. And I'm telling you, you will smell this for 24 hours easily. Like I'm telling you right now, guaranteed 24 hours. This one performs fantastically. Projection, everywhere you walk, you're going to smell it. People around you are going to smell it as well. So I cannot recommend this one enough. And as soon as this bottle finishes, I will be securing a new one, of course. And now quickly to touch on Stallion by Zamaya. Obviously with this one, spending £30, do not expect to get the same performance. You're not going to get a beast mode projecting fragrance lasting 24 hours. But what is really good about this fragrance is when I tested it, I never have high hopes when I try dupes. I'm always thinking, they're going to last me like 3-4 hours, just whatever. They're cheap anyway. This one surprised me. I got 8 to 9 hours with this scent easily, and projection was good. I could smell it when I was walking around the house and stuff like that. And for a dupe, that really shocked me. But because I love originals anyway, I'm definitely going to buy the OG Ganade back. But I always recommend this to people. The bottle is a little bit funky, but who cares? It's about the juice. And I'm telling you, for under 30 quid, getting 8 hours easily with good projection, how can you complain at that? And with this one, I do have to say, yes, it does smell a little bit synthetic, but it does smell very close to the original. I would say the dry down, you don't really pick up that leather too much throughout. It does stay a little bit more citrus based, like that blood orange is still in there. But nonetheless, man, this is a sick fragrance, so I highly recommend Stallion by Zamaya. So yeah, man, that is my list. Let me know what you guys are going to be rocking this spring and summer, and put me onto some bangers, man. I've got loads of fragrances in my collection, but they're more warm, spicy, more suited to autumn and winter. I want to get more into citrus summer fragrances of all kinds, so let me know down in the comments. Please put me on. And yeah, man, as I always say, I hope you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. It helps out the channel. But anyway, forget all that. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good spring and summer. And yeah, man, I'll see you in the next video. As always, love for the love, my people.